Andrew Flintoff, he'll be on strike. Batsman crossed on that steepling top edge. Michael Vaughan will be facing Shane Warne straight up. England need to rebuild here. They're 164 for 1. They've lost 3 for 23 in 32 balls. Warne to Flintoff. 3 men catching. Under pressure here.
Well, Australia would be very happy with this. England have gone from 1 for 164 to 187 for 4. Excellent comeback after lunch by the Australians.
Oh, nice, Shane.
Brett Lee takes a great catch. Great confidence builder for Jason Gillespie as well. Top edge from Michael Vaughan. Fantastic catch. Had to watch that. Be swirling around up there. Well watched, well judged, well taken.
Oh!
Well watched again.
Let's see. Top edge from Michael Vaughan. Full swing. His top edge straight to fine leg.
Catch! Oh no!
Oh, just clears the man at mid-off. Michael Kaspric's despairing dive. The pressure is on.
I think that's Michael Kaspric almost misjudged that. He was running in. And Andrew Flintoff, very, very lucky to get away with that.
Well, I'm quite sure he was trying to hit it. Kaspric, in fairness, that's a great effort for the big man. He can't believe it, but he knows he gave it everything there, Kaspric. Well, it's all happening. Game on, as they say. Who enjoys it most in the kitchen? It's getting hot.
That man normally does. Key wicket here. Open up an end almost.
The Australians are confident. Billy Bowden's not. Yeah. Shane Warne has to be careful in the field as you can't run at the umpire. They were convinced that there was bat involved here. Let's have another look. Impossible to tell from there. I think the reaction of the square leg says it all for me. I don't think it's anywhere near the bat, and I think Simon Cattage, look, he only goes up afterwards. Matthew Hayden might find himself in a spot of bother as well. He cannot run at the umpire. A very good decision to me. That looks, and I think that second replay shows it. Well, emotions are running high. It's good judgment.
Has this game just changed then, or am I imagining things at the moment?
You've been very quiet for a long time, Darren, today. I have to say, you have suddenly come to life, so I presume that's what it means Australia got a few wickets. No, it has. It's kicked in, and this is what Test cricket's all about. One side, England get off to a flyer. They're going beautifully, 164 for 1. Australia, there'll be doubts in the camp. There'll be press in the Australian press room saying, why on earth do we stick England in? Now suddenly, Ricky Ponting might be thinking, well, another wicket, and I reckon I was right.
Correct.
Although I don't think he was, personally. So I actually do think this wicket will only go one way. It'll stay flat, but you just might get more variation and bounce. It's underprepared by 2 or 3 days because of the weather. I think I'd been Australia. I'd wanted to bat first to give Shane Warne the maximum opportunity on the wicket should it dry out and crumble, because it hasn't had the preparation. Good piece of bowling, well watched. Now, there's the appeal. Now he's convinced he's got it, Billy Bowden. He's saying no, and I think Billy Bowden's right. It's emotions, they happen. Might cost him a few quid though. Look for two here. And they'll get it. Quick between the wickets, Pietersen.
This game's going forward to rate of knots at the moment. Runs, wickets. Let's have a closer look at this one. Very confident Shane Warne. Ricky Ponting. Matthew Hayden at slip. And Shane Warne not happy at all.
Maybe a slightly bigger fine than I thought.
He's got plenty. He'll be fine. Again, a shot of ball. Shane Warne very disappointed with that. I thought he had him out, but I think it was a very good decision. I think you're right, Ant.
Yeah, and I think, yeah, appealing is good. I don't think you jumping up and down is going to make any difference to either of these umpires. They're too experienced. You might, maybe in a grade game, influence someone, but you're not going to do it at this level, or very, very rarely, and nor should you. So I think the match referee will be having a look at that. Slower ball, very well bowled, and very well watched in the end by Kevin Pietersen. 39 gone, it's 193 for 4. Just have another look at this. It's a slower ball, well disguised. Arm comes over. Kevin Pietersen does well. Did very well. That run rate over 5.08 this session. It's been exciting stuff. Runs from England's point of view, wickets from Australia's, and excitement from the crowds. Sun's come out. Full house here at Edgbaston, as you'd expect. Now that, for me, was worth a shout, but it's a great atmosphere, isn't it? You've got to walk around down. It's very hard for people to understand, but there's such a buzz, isn't there? Here's the slower ball. Very well watched, very well played in the end.
Oh, nice. Very good, Warnie.
Jason Gillespie's got it back. Crowd are excited. Full house here. Why wouldn't you? Australia versus England.
A great buzz, great atmosphere. Normally you can get into the ground here reasonably quickly. This morning we all allowed, I think, up to about 2 hours. Just chock-a-block around the ground. Australian supporters, England supporters, and lots of just cricket supporters. People watching this all around the world. Well, what a day you've seen. England dominated the morning. Australia bounced back in the afternoon.
A bit quiet now, the England supporters. They know it's a tense timeout there in the middle.
Didn't know much about it. Just Flintoff, but he'll get a couple. He'll count that as a victory. Shane Warne.
Well, I don't think he's picking him. This one here looks like a top spinner. Bounces a bit more, spins, and he's going to let it go almost. So he's struggling to pick him. Shane Warne feels like he's right on top of Andrew Flintoff at the moment. Any moment, something's going to give. Andrew Flintoff's going to play a big shot, try and hit him over the top again for a boundary. Shane Warne pick up his man.
Well watched, well played. More to go in this over.
Oh, nicely bumped, Shane.
A single off the last ball of the over. Pushed into the covers. 40 overs are completed in this Test match. 197 for 4. And Billy Bounds signals for the drinks to come out. Players will take a well-earned breather. We'll do the same in the commentary box.
England 112 without loss, but now 197 for 4. Australia biting back. Brett Lee without a wicket, but with a magnificent catch to dismiss Michael Vaughan. Gillespie 1 for 41, that was the wicket of Vaughan. Kastrovic picked up 2 in an over. Have a look at the wickets to go down this session. Trescothick leaving his bat out to dry. No mistake from Gilchrist. Bell, that was a good one from Kastrovic. He too caught behind the wicket. And Michael Vaughan going for the pull shot, top edge. That's an excellent catch. It really was a steepling catch. In the hour since lunch, we've had 13 overs. 65 runs have been added, so the run rate is still very nearly 5 and over. But England have lost 3 wickets now. The crowd have gone a little bit quiet, but they're still expecting a lot of this man. Gillespie and Pietersen.
Morning session very firmly England's. And as happens in a Test match cricket, it's Australia who come back, sit in the game, be patient on a very bland, placid pitch. Australia will feel that they're in a very good position here. England 4 wickets down. Just a reminder, Australia won the toss and decided to bowl first.
We always get the reason from professional batsmen, David, that they play their natural game, but really, is there any excuse for Trescothick and Vaughan playing shots like that when you're racing along at 4.5 runs and over?
They would sit in the dressing room and think, why, oh why have I done that? It's a Test match and you get your runs in your first innings and a big commanding total. So therefore, your top 5 batsmen, top 6 batsmen, are responsible for substantial scores. I'd be so disappointed with the shots that they played. It is a very flat pitch, is this. You don't know what will happen day 2, 3, 4, 5. Will it get uneven? Just saw that last delivery keep low. But you look at that card now, and England will depend on this partnership. 90 Trescothick, Strauss 48, Vaughan 24. Excellent starts, but all back in the hutch.
Pietersen into double figures on 10. Much better executed shot than Vaughan's attempt. The 200's up for England. We're only in the 41st over. Pietersen registers his second boundary four.
Well, it's been a quiet sort of day for spectators. Certainly not the pitch that we had down at Lord's, where batsmen were being hit repeatedly on the body and the helmet. But when Pietersen's at the crease, I think everybody comes alive.
Incredible pace of this innings. Just 68 balls for the first 50, 73 for the second. And look at that third one, 40 deliveries for 50 runs in a test match. 74 between 150 and 200. Good line that from Gillespie, well left by Pietersen, 201 for 4. Well, England's two celebrity names at the crease, Flintoff and Pietersen. They need to get a big partnership together. Three close fielders round the Lancashire all-rounder.
Testing time for Andrew Flintoff. This, you just get the impression that he's uncertain about what's coming out of the hand, which way it's going to go. Big spinning legger.
We know, David, that Warne's an exceptional bowler, but is playing leg spin something you can be taught, or do you simply have to learn to look at the bowler's hand and pick the different deliveries?
I think you can certainly teach that, just watching the hand and finding out which way the ball's spinning from a number of ways to do it. Just watch the hand closely and see the rotation of the wrist and the fingers, but also maybe to watch the seam of the ball. Watch it really closely on its way down as to which way it's turning.
Catch.
Chipped into the open space. It was in the air for a while, but Flintoff will pick up 4 runs there. That's 2 boundaries for him. He's into double figures as well.
I think there's also a confidence about playing leg spin. This finishes up at a full toss, which is punched through mid-wicket, and that's confidence to attack and think that you will score runs. You just get the impression here that he's quite hesitant, Andrew Flintoff.
Oh.
And I think also that Warne is giving the impression, his body language, that he's on top in this little contest. Fielders around the bat. They're expecting catches around the bat.
Oh, that's a big blow. It's cleared the wide mid-on and goes all the way. 3 sixes on the first day of a test match. We've only had 42 overs. It's 211 for 4.
Well, a blow for Andrew Flintoff here. We talked about the hesitancy, but that's a big loopy leg break. Look at the stride he gets in there. Flintoff, if he finds the middle of the bat, that cricket ball will stay hit. Now we'll have a good contest here if he can just settle into the innings. Good bat.
incredible day's cricket here at Edgbaston following the amazing match at Lord's. England are scoring at over 5 runs and over. That's a fantastic piece of timing. You don't often chase the ball down in the outfield at Birmingham. Despite all the recent rains here, the outfield is lightning quick.
Excellent technique here from Kevin Pietersen. Let's watch him take that on top of the bounce. Concentration there, watches the ball onto the bat.
Is all this, David, a legacy from the long NatWest series and NatWest Challenge? The players don't seem to be able to get out of one-day mode, or is this how Test cricket is going to be played in the future?
Well, I certainly think that England have looked at the performance at Lord's, and particularly against that man Warne. We cannot allow him just to bowl. We've looked to attack. England's scoring rate is over 5, and that's extraordinary in a Test match. But any Test match team would like to go round about 4 and over if they possibly could. I think one-day cricket has taught players that you need to attack to get your runs on the board quickly in Test matches to allow you more time to take 20 wickets to win the Test match. Confidence definitely comes into it playing against leg spin. If you're just joining the telecast, just a reminder that Glenn McGrath not playing in this game. Turned his ankle badly at practice this morning.
Well, that's through as well. Not quite as well timed as the previous stroke from Pietersen. He's racing along. He's 20 off 28 balls. It was a run fest here 4 years ago, the first day of the 2001 Test match here at Edgbaston. Produced 427 runs at 4.88 runs per over. 12 wickets fell that day. I wonder how many we're going to see today.
Wait! No run.
I just wonder if Ricky Ponting is thinking of a catcher on the offside to Kevin Pietersen. That back foot scoring shot that he plays, he is prolific. Square of the wicket and through that cover region. One or two of the other batsmen, Ricky Ponting has had a catcher quite square in on the offside. He's elected here for 2 slips, a gully and 3 saving 1 offside.
Well, that's outrageous. Well, it could have been Vivian Richards, this. 221 for 4. Just take a look at this. Unbelievable.
What's that? It's a magnificent shot. Oh, get over there.
Well, you can't keep your eyes off this match for a second. Here's Warne into Flintoff.
Bowling, Shane.
Well, it's worth another look. Extraordinary shot. I still think this is a contest. He's quite happy, Shane Warne, to keep his 3 fielders around there. He's through 3 catches. He might just throw the carrot up there Just taking a little bit of time out of the game here, captain and senior bowler. He's still got that wide open space at mid-wicket. You can have a go at that. But that's what he wants, 3 catches around the bat.
And at Lord's, David, he forced Flintoff onto the back foot, didn't he? Trying to play a forcing shot. Flintoff clearly isn't comfortable defending on the front foot against Warne.
Oh, nice, Shane.
He's played that comfortably enough.
Job here, Warnie.
Lord's dismissal for Andrew Flintoff in the second innings. Straight on it. Gets a feather on that outside edge.
That's another big one. What entertainment for this packed house at Edgbaston. England on the counter-attack. They look wobbly at 187 for 4. They're now 227 for 4, just 40 deliveries later.
Well, you'd think that would be a handy one-day total. England 227 for 4. Just a reminder, first day, second test match. Ashes series, 6 more.
Oh, yes, man. Oh, Shane. Come on, mate.
I think that Flintoff has decided if it's overpitched,
Play, boys.
it's going. He's defended well. Have some of that.
Danny, crab.
227 for 4. Well, there's no junior partner here. They're both looking to beat the ball at every possible opportunity. Pietersen 24 from 31 balls faced, and Flintoff a runner ball, 23 to his name.
Bob, how do you think that Australia have coped without McGrath? It must have been a real shock this morning when he withdrew from the game.
Well, they haven't been such a threat with the new ball. Brett Lee bowled fast, but he was almost dejected by the pace or lack of it in this pitch. That's away through point for 4 more to Pietersen. 5 boundaries now in 28.
Yes, I would think that quite obviously the threat of McGrath being absent, it's England that have grown in confidence. They would have been disappointed to have lost 4 wickets. But they seem to have got this partnership going, Pietersen and Flintoff, matching each other shot for shot. But in a test match, it really is quite important that these two at the crease, one or both, get some massive innings. Seen Trescothick go for 90. Andrew Strauss, less than 50 in the 40s. Michael Vaughan, 24. It is very much down to 1 or 2 of these to get a massive innings, to get England above 400, 450.
These scoring rates, though, David, it's difficult to know what a really good score is going to be. So much time left in the match. You know, if you do make 450, well, not in a day, but not much over a day, you haven't used up much of the time, have you?
No, the time would always be a factor. But runs in your first innings is so important. Test cricket, to allow all your bowlers to settle into the game, have a real charge with a new ball, and then your spinner comes into play. And there's been a lot of talk about England's spinner, but if the batsmen get runs on the board, Giles becomes a player for England.
Where do you sit, David, on the balance of the side? Australia only have 4 frontline bowlers in Test match cricket. England seem to always want the 5th man.
I think it's the class of Australia's bowlers. When you look at him, Shane Warne would operate from one end and control a game from one end. 500 plus Test match wickets. McGrath 500 plus Test match wickets. They just get batsmen out. Get good support as well from their other seamers.
Pulled away. This is extraordinary cricket. Flintoff on to 27 from 25 balls. 236 for 4.
And England very much on the charge here. Gillespie just back of a length. And it's a very pleasant bounce from this pitch. The ball sits up nicely with these cross-bat shots that Flintoff and Pietersen are playing.
Well, it only seems a few moments ago that Michael Vaughan was dismissed, but this pair have put on 49. There are some scouts out now for Shane Warne. Deep mid-wicket, deep backward square leg. The mid-on is 2/3 of the way to the boundary as well, as is mid-off. Doesn't look as though Pietersen and Flintoff are dealing in singles, however.
Oh, Shane, come on.
It's a good fielding position for Australia there at deep mid-wicket. Andrew Flintoff has hit 3 4s, 2 6s.
Go.
That single brings up the 50 partnership at exactly a run a ball. 187 for 4, now 237 for 4.
And this crowd have enjoyed this stroke play from England's big 2, if you like. Certainly big 2 in stature.
Well, they're the glamour boys, aren't they, David? They grab all the headlines in the papers. At the moment, the song seems to be any ball you can hit, I can hit harder.
I just wonder if there is a danger subconsciously that they might have a competition between themselves. That would be dangerous. He's still got a big job to do, and Warne has manoeuvred his field. He's been pushed back, particularly at that deep mid-wicket. There's a massive area that you can push against the spin into mid-wicket.
Oh.
There, anywhere in there. I think Warne will be quite happy if Flintoff and Pietersen are looking to work the ball into the leg side against the spin.
That bottom wrist again for Pietersen, doing an enormous amount of work. There's no man saving one on the sweep for the top edge. Flintoff would be unlucky to pick out Gillespie, the lone deep fielder, out on the leg side. Warne bowled at Lords throughout with that man saving one behind.
Go.
240 now for 4.
Brett Lee returning from the pavilion end.
Well, Ponting's going to fight fire with fire. Here comes Brett Lee for the first time since lunch. The 5-over spell from Gillespie. 1 for 27. Last 5 overs. Look at the run rate, 7.8. And for the innings, Lee going at more than a run a ball. I think this is going to be boring, David.
No, it's been excellent cricket so far. Morning session to England, and then Australia coming back strongly in the first session after lunch, but it's England with his counter-attack from Pietersen and Flintoff. Partnership 53 from 54. Lee back into the attack, some express deliveries here. What sort of field will he have? Well, it's semi-defensive, 2 slips and a gully. 3 saving, 1 offside, 2 leg side saving 1.
Well, is Ponting confident enough in his batsman to buy this next wicket, David? You know, Lee's not going to bowl defensively at Flintoff and Pietersen. And by the look of his bowling figures, Warne isn't either.
No, he needs a wicket, Ricky Ponting. He wants to break this partnership. I don't think at this stage he'd be unduly worried at the score. As you said, the game's rattling along. Day 1 of a test match. 240 for 4.
Well, 240 didn't used to be a bad score in 90 overs. We're only just over halfway here.
I think Ricky Ponting will be looking at that board and thinking, OK, 240 for 4, and these two are going well. 1 wicket gets us bang into the game again, say at 250 for 5, get a new batsman in. There's always that high expectancy that you'd take a wicket immediately.
Was pretty quick, just under 90 miles an hour.
I don't know you think at home, but if a captain wins the toss and elects to bowl first, and you see a pitch like this, I don't think it's realistic to say, OK, I don't think they're going to last much after lunch. I don't think that's realistic on this pitch. But if you can take 6 or 7 wickets on day 1, particularly 7 wickets, if you take 7 wickets on day 1, I think you've had a good day in a test match, regardless of what the batsmen have scored.
That's right, David. You're not necessarily looking to bowl a side out for 150 when you put them in a test match. The rate that Australia can score, you know, if England were all out for 300 or 350, they still might be quite happy.
Well, I think they'd be on target from Australia's viewpoint, that 4 wickets at this stage and you work hard. All the bowlers work really hard to get into England, break this partnership, get a new batsman in, project it forward to the end of the day. 7 wickets would be a good day's work on this pitch. It's not swung at all. I don't think this morning it was warm enough to swing. It was quite chilly. We've not seen any movement, have we, off at the surface itself?
You don't bargain 7 wickets for 400 runs, do you?
No, you don't. You don't, but you get to the point that you made earlier. If you score so quickly, there's so much time left in the game.
Yeah.
47 overs have been bowled. It's 242 for 4.
Come on, eh?
45 runs added in the last half hour by Pietersen and Flintoff. To take you through now until the tea interval, here are Nasser Hussain and Michael Holding.
Thank you, Bob. Shane Warne continuing to attack that leg stump line. hoping that Pietersen or Flintoff or both will attempt to hit him through that mid-wicket region and get the ball to spin and hit the outside edge. Bit of excitement.
Well, it was a slider. Shane Warne just went on quickly, skids on. Just past the outside edge. Pietersen feels he misses out. Warne feels he misses a wicket. Good take again from Gilchrist.
Nice.
Pietersen's plan against Shane Warne, as we could see from that last delivery, is to use his bat as much as possible. Now that might sound obvious. As a batsman, you've got to use your bat. He's trying to take LBW out of the equation. A little bit of dip and drift there from Warne. Mixing his speeds up.
Each time Flintoff or Pietersen play through that onside towards the mid-wicket region, they have waited until the ball has been full, where they can smother the spin. Not a problem if the ball is that full. There again, almost falling onto his boot there, Flintoff. Not really a problem once it's that full to play against whatever spin there is.
The reason for that is the drift in. See the ball just swing in because of the revolutions Shane Warne puts on a cricket ball. Naturally, that will make the ball just drift into the right-hander.
Just a single. There's a man right back on the boundary, mid-wicket region. 2 runs from the over. It's 244 for 4. Run rate continues to be just about 5 runs per over for England. With Pietersen and Flintoff at the crease, you would expect that to be maintained. Both Pietersen and Flintoff into the 30s at the moment. He's pretty deep at point, but times it well, Flintoff. Still has to be chased down.
That's how the Australians feel. They'll get Andrew Flintoff out. Does occasionally play away from his body off the back foot there. There's any pace in the pitch or sideways movement. Might just edge it to slip, second slip gully.
That's gone a long way up. Didn't quite get hold of that Flintoff. Fortunately for him, it falls in no man's land. Kaspovic was the man coming in from fine leg.
I'm not sure how well Kaspovic picked this up, because in the end he was only about 10 yards in from the boundary and it has gone a long way up. Maybe it was a little bit wide of him. Maybe the width away from him rather than distance in. Brett Lee himself took a really good catch down there. Very difficult for Andrew Flintoff to keep a ball of that height down. He tries to practice it, but it was higher than that. 2 men out on the hook.
It's not a high percentage shot, but that one has gone a long way. Got a lot more bat on it that time, Flintoff.
250 comes up with the most remarkable shot ever. Andrew Flintoff has played a pull shot. He has no idea where it's gone. For a lot of batsmen, it would have just gone straight up in the air to square leg. Flintoff has hit it 20 yards back for 6. Brett Lee can only smile. At one stage he must have thought he was in with a shout.
Well, he's a powerful man, Andrew Flintoff. As Nasser Hussain said, don't think he really knew exactly what was happening with that hook shot. Here it is again. Have a look at his eyes. He certainly wasn't looking at the ball.
A couple of slow 50s, a couple of fast 50s. They're all pretty fast. We thought day one at Lord's was interesting. 254 for 4. In the old days of boycott and holding, that would be the close of play score.
Here's that 6 again, ultra motion. Have a look at the eyes. They weren't really that open, were they? As I say, he hit the stumps, but I think he got in. He will ask, I would think, Rudy Kurtzen, he will ask for the television replay umpire to have a look. Very powerful and accurate throw from Michael Clark. I think Flintoff is safe.
The Australians are not excited. The distance Clark had to cover. Flintoff put the dive in, but none of the Australians are getting overly excited. There's a dive. Where's the ball? Flintoff is home. Good cricket all round though. Good work in the field. Good dive from Andrew Flintoff. Looks to be well in.
Jeremy Lloyd's the third umpire, the television replay umpire. Well, he agrees with all the fans, the England fans anyway.
Clark was pretty deep and the throw had to go quite a long way. Fine bit of fielding. He's a very athletic fielder, Michael Clark. Left-handed thrower. More action now. Almost one-day mode. 22 overs in this session. 3 for 123, England.
Three men around at the bat here for Andrew Flintoff. Seems as if the captain and the bowler are having second thoughts. Always has an opinion as to exactly what he wants, Shane Warne. Senior man in this Australian team, of course. Adam Gilchrist is the vice captain, but it doesn't mean that everyone else hasn't got something to say. Brett Lee, deep backward square, just a single.
Exchange of words from Warne and Flintoff. Warne can't quite believe how far Flintoff was trying to hit that delivery. Pietersen might look to do the same.
That's gone a lot squarer. Brett Lee has some work to do. Does it well though.
Fine athletic fielding again from Brett Lee. Fast bowler not just taking a rest down on the sweep, it's already taken a great catch. Always in the game, Brett Lee. Run outs, catches. Warne just moving him a tad squarer for Andrew Flintoff.
Whoa, that went a long way.
The big leg spinner with bounce. Absolute beauty.
Slight fumble, not enough to risk a run though. That has gone a long way again.
We've seen plenty of looks of disbelief from Shane Warne. The crowd are getting their money's worth. A shout of catch when Flintoff hit this. We're trying to catch it in the crowd.
Move into a very expensive Shane Warne. Michael Clark again, very strong and powerful throw. 263 for 4. I think the stands are completely full at the moment. All those that were outside lining up to get in, they should be in by this. Shouldn't be too many vacant seats. But as usual, there's always somewhere where people cannot sit, right behind the bowler's arm. Not too sure why people design cricket stadiums where they have to lose seating. But that's the norm. There are always two men out deep, primarily there for the hook shot, but also there to cut off the flick through the onside.
Four sixes, 3 fours. 44 deliveries, 48 not out. Brett Lee is coming at Andrew Flintoff. There's 2 men out on the hook.
Well. Fortune favours the brave. Deceived by that slow delivery. Just fell short of the man at mid-off.
Everyone's smiling, but Ricky Ponting. Excellent bowling from Brett Lee. The slower ball completely deceiving Andrew Flintoff. Could have easily gone to extra cover or mid-off. Andrew Flintoff just plays the lob shot between. That's what the Australian captain thinks.
Always looking to hit the ball quite hard, Flintoff. I think that's why he got away with that ball that deceived him. Could easily have just lobbed it up to extra cover. Hit it a lot straighter instead.
Mr. Langer just playing with the crowd. Deep square leg. Have to concentrate. Right in Flintoff's range. Deep square leg.
Well fielded. That was brilliant. Saved 3 runs there, Justin Langer. And they are loving it behind him in the stands.
Well, he was concentrating. Bit of banter with the crowd. And he pulls off a wonderful dive, followed by a bow down to the stands. Flying Western Australian. Young lad thought it was 4. Good work, Justin Langer.
.265 for 4.
With Michael Sanders, please come to the ticket office. Michael Sanders, please call the ticket office to the rear of the pavilion.
.78-run partnership between Kevin Pietersen and Andrew Flintoff. Scoring at a very good rate, these two. This is what people would have enjoyed, watching Pietersen and Flintoff together and producing runs. Shane Warne, very expensive. He'll be continuing though from the city end. His 16th over about to begin. And that's 4. That brings up his half century, Andrew Flintoff.
He's had a quiet summer, the bat. He's exploded back into form just when England needed him. Came in with the score 187 for 4. With his good friend Kevin Pietersen, he's taken the attack to Australia, and Shane Warne in particular.
Get a couple more runs there. Decided to just stay at 1.
The boundary took Flintoff to 50.
That's 4. That was well placed.
Being worn into his 16th over, 1 for 88. Into out from Pietersen. Genuine cricket shot. Just the way he uses his body to shape himself around the cover drive. Cracking shot.
Well, they're not defending too often against Shane Warne. Most deliveries have been attacked.
Oh, nice, Shane. 20.
Already 9 runs coming from the Shane Warne over. 1 delivery to go. Just short of slip. Just short of Matt Hayden. It's 274 for 4.
Flintoff 50, 48 balls, 4 fours, 4 sixes.
Good delivery from Shane Warne. Drifted in, spun away. Hard hands. Hayden diving forward. Couldn't do anything about it. Oh, well short.
Just 52 overs bowled in this innings so far. England's run rate 5.27. There's that bouncer again. There's a hook shot, and it's gone even further.
Brett Lee keeps feeding him. Andrew Flintoff keeps helping himself. How much control was he of that one? Yes, more control. He watched it. He knew it was coming. He knew Justin Langer was out there. And he backed himself, did it, over Justin Langer by about 40 yards this time.
There's no third man.
A variety of reactions from the Australians. Double bluff, the short ball, followed by the pitch-up delivery. Edge down to third man for 4. Partnership 97 off 92 deliveries. 284 for 4. 52.2 overs.
Well, it's all attack from Brett Lee. All attack also from Andrew Flintoff. All the bouncers except one have been very well hooked away. Still continuing to bowl them though, Brett Lee. That man hasn't been having a happy time of it in England. Slower delivery again. Better played this time from Andrew Flintoff.
Just dragged his bat in, slower ball. Yeah, Flintoff are enjoying themselves. Show how much Warne and Ponting are.
Well fielded. Again, it's Michael Clark. This time there is someone backing up.
Best fielders in the world, Michael Clark. He's thrown away 4 overthrows earlier. He was about 20 runs ahead in the field already. Natural athlete.
That will go all the way though. 14 runs coming from that over. 288 for 4.
That 4 brings up the 100 partnership. 101 runs off 96 deliveries. Everyone's waited for Pietersen and Flintoff to bat together. There they are. Shake of the hands. Second 50 of that partnership, just 46 deliveries. This is how it came up. Looks like just a push for one. You get 4. Well done, partner. Good stuff. Eleven 4s and 5 6s.
Brett Lee still down at the backward square position.
This is now the highest 5th wicket partnership at Edgbaston for England, beating Ted Dexter and Phil Sharp back in 1963 against the West Indies.
This partnership took 97 deliveries. I think that one took 970.
I guess so. Were you playing, Mikey, 1963?
Possibly in my dreams. Long chat again between captain and bowler. Shane Warne gets what he wants. The deep mid-wicket comes in to the normal mid-wicket. The captain himself goes to that short fine leg position with the top edge sweep. Coming round the wicket now, Shane Warne. Round the wicket, 4 men on the onside. That's why Ricky Ponting's there.
Well, there's only a couple of minutes to go to tea. Flintoff's not going to kick it away. Probably should. They've got the impetus here. They don't want to lose a wicket just before tea, England.
Safe. It's pitching outside leg, so there won't be an appeal for LBW. And even if there is, it will be turned down.
Conversation between bowler and captain. Quite like to have 2 men up in front, Skip, just before tea. I'd like Flintoff to do something silly just before tea. Where can we get a man from? Ponting might say, well, come back round the wicket, let him have a go at you. We don't want him just kicking these 3 deliveries before tea. We need a wicket before tea.
Well, after all that, they have decided that they don't need so many men on the offside. There's the field. Slip. Silly point, or well, you'd have to say it's more silly mid-off than a silly point. Silly point would be a bit squarer. Forward short leg. Short fine leg is still there. Jason Gillespie is the man there now. And Flintoff doing the right thing. You don't need to be playing at those.
He needs to get his technique right, though. It's not the easiest of things. Everyone at home, all the young lads might think easy just to kick it away. Go to kick it away, somehow you leave a gap and it sneaks between your legs, hits those stumps. I've seen Warne do a lot of people like that. Cover all the gaps.
Catch.
So make sure you get your gloves and your bat completely out the way and flick the pad onto your gloves and get caught by those 2 men.
Last ball before tea. 2:89 before England. They'll be quite happy with that if nothing changes with this delivery.
No.
And nothing changes. Umpire Billy Bowden says it's tea time. Good partnership this between Pietersen and the Flintoff. 102 runs of 102 deliveries. And look at that run rate in the session. 5.81 runs per over. 3 wickets fell though in the session, but 289 for 4 at tea. England should not be displeased with that. 67.5% of the runs in the afternoon session coming in boundaries.
Well, let's have a look at the highlights of that session. Seemed like highlights in real time, to be honest. Plenty of 4s, plenty of 6s. The wicket of Trescothick started a mini collapse for England. Ian Bell went for 6, and then Michael Vaughan, that pull shot, he lost control off, and a very fine catch from Brett Lee. Then it was all England. Just sit and watch and admire some wonderful batting from Flintoff and Pietersen.
Wasn't in total control there. He was in control on that occasion though, straight down the ground. And also with that one, catch it someone. So that's the situation at the moment. 2 sessions of play in this test match. 289 for 4 England. Just 54 overs.
There are the figures. Kaspervitz with the breakthrough, 2 wickets in an over. But look at those economy rates. Shane Warne, 17 overs, 1 for 89. They've tried well on a flat surface, but they're all going for plenty of runs.
Another 36 overs scheduled for the day. We'll be back in just about 15 minutes for those.
Well, an exciting game of cricket here. It's the second end power test. Day 1, Edgbaston, England fighting their way back into this game. They won the morning session. Australia won the first half of the second session, and England bounced back towards the end of that. Being compelling cricket. England scoring 5.35 runs per over, leading by 289 in the first innings. 6 wickets left for England, and this partnership between Pietersen and Flintoff, well, to say it's been compelling is an understatement. 102 the partnership from 102 balls. Look at that. Australian bowlers have taken some stick. Shane Warne, 1 for 89 in 17. And you can't say he's bowled badly. David Lloyd sat alongside me. Bumble, you couldn't take your eyes off it, could you?
No, it's been terrific cricket and a good counter-attack by Kevin Pietersen, Andrew Flintoff, and he hasn't bowled badly, Shane Warne. There's been a different mindset completely from England in saying, OK, we're going to try to take him out of the attack, if you like, to disrupt that game plan of Australia's, push the field back. He'll certainly like the challenge. He doesn't mind that at all, Shane Warne. 157 runs were scored in that middle session. 106 of them in boundaries, 19 4s, 5 6s. So Jason Gillespie will resume after tea. 54 overs have been bowled, so new ball not due for another 26.
Well, that could be 200 runs. Where these two are going. Magnificent viewing. Jason Gillespie is about to start proceedings, but the crowd, they only get 25 minutes, 20 minutes to get it right. Always takes them 25 into position. Here we go. 2 men out on the leg side. The whip. No doubt whatsoever. It's out there. Kevin Pietersen's going to have a go at it. Flintoff is on strike now. 68 not out from just 60 balls. 6 4s and 5 6s.
lot of people, England supporters, will have been wanting these two to bat together in a test match for a long time. Great expectation. They certainly didn't disappoint in that mid-session. This is Flintoff and little Holly, Rachel and Holly.
Happy, very delighted. Enjoying it. Flintoff, another Sue on the right. And his father's. Oh, he's gone. Straight after tee. Outside edge, the partnership is broken. Jason Gillespie has got the breakthrough. Not what England wanted, everything that Australia would have talked about in the interval.
Early breakthrough was what they wanted. That's exactly what they've got, Australia. And it's Jason Gillespie with a little bit of extra bounce. Outside off stump, Flintoff has a little dart at it. What a timely wicket that is for Australia. Under the cosh, but Australia, being Australia, come back strongly into the game. It's Andrew Flintoff gone for 68. 290 for 5.